I thought I would have a specific craving during my pregnancy, but I really did not really have like being a mother, you tend to cry a lot easily.
Hello, everyone. You're listening to Baby Steps, sponsored by Oxford and Soho Baby, a podcast dedicated to exploring the personal and emotional journeys of parenting. I'm your host. My name is Medea. Today I have Cheryl, fashion and lifestyle content creator and mother of one. Cheryl, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. It
Of,
is my first time to be in a podcast, so let's get on with it.
of course, we're excited to have you, and let's get into it. So, we're going to start with something called the Fast Five, where I ask you five questions back to back, and you answer with the first thing that comes to your head.
Definitely. Go ahead.
All right. First one, biggest pregnancy craving.
Biggest pregnancy craving. Honestly, I thought I would have a specific craving during my pregnancy, but I really did not really have like a big cravings on anything. But if I have to say something, I guess fruits. I remember I did not really like apples that much before my pregnancy. And after I was pregnant, I started liking it. So during my pregnancy, I ate a lot of apples. That's one thing for sure. And I was pretty healthy because every time when I try to eat something unhealthy, like I have like sometimes, not like once in a while, I had this craving. Let's say I wanted to have like fast food. And after eating it, I felt really bad afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, maybe baby really didn't really like unhealthy food. So
Mhm.
I stopped craving for all unhealthy food. So during my pregnancy journey, I was eating all healthy food because baby liked it.
That's really good because most people have
Yeah.
cravings of unhealthy food during their
No,
pregnancy.
yeah, I had zero craving for unhealthy food because every time I tried something like unhealthy, like fast food, or I even had like one time I wanted to have like Coca-Cola, and after I had it, I felt bad, so I stopped having, craving for it.
That's really good. That's probably better for the pregnancy.
Yeah, and ever since then, I just stopped craving for it. I think the only thing that I definitely can see the difference is my craving for sweets. Because before that, I was not like very big into sweets. I was more like a savory person. But ever since I got pregnant, I was like really into sweets. Like usually every time after meal, I wanted to have something sweet, but it doesn't necessarily mean something unhealthy like a donut or something like that. But it could be just yogurt bowl with honey and apple. That's it. That's
Mm.
usually my go-to for like to satisfy my craving for sweetness.
Okay, that's really good. Yeah, because most people they want donuts, chocolate, but it's good that you were
Yeah,
craving fruit. I bet the
yeah,
baby appreciated that.
yeah.
Next question, which is worse? You run out of diapers or you run out of wipes?
I would say diapers because like wipes is easy because you can just quickly, bring the baby to the sink or to the shower to just clean them quickly or with like a cloth or something. But with diaper, it's like I don't know what else to replace it, if I don't have a diaper.
Mm-hmm.
But with wipes, you can easily use any muslin cloth to replace it. So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I would say too.
Yeah.
One word to describe labor and one word to describe parenthood.
Oh, well, labor. It's wow. I have to say it's really shocking to me, the whole labor experience, because my pregnancy had been so good. I did not have any issue with my like during my whole pregnancy journey. So I was really, really handling so well that I did not expect my labor experience to be so different and such a big change when it happened. So yeah. And regarding parenthood, I would say it's beautiful. I'm not being not to be cliche or anything, but I truly think it's so beautiful to be in this journey And I really did not expect to be like this because I was not prepared to have a baby at this stage of my life. So it came as a surprise to me. And I was very surprised by how well we actually handled together as a couple and how everything just so beautiful. I mean, of course, there's a chaos in it, but all in all, it's really, really beautiful to me. I really love being a mother.
That's so cute. Yeah, it's a once in a lifetime experience.
It is. Like, I don't know how to use the right words to say it, but I think only mother who truly, truly experienced the motherhood journey can understand the feeling when you have like your own baby and the amount of love is something that you can't explain, and it's something that I never felt before in my life. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. I really like that. Next question. Favorite baby product you can't live without?
Favorite baby products. Like honest answer, I do not have any favorite baby products. When it comes to baby, I feel like my breast is everything to it's literally everything to if I want to put him to sleep, if when he's hungry or when he is not sleeping well or when he is frustrated, my boobs is literally the solutions to everything.
So you had no issues with breastfeeding?
I'm really, really lucky because I have no issue with breastfeeding. And also, I feel like the thing is that I do a lot of research on the breastfeeding journey as well. And I do notice that sometimes as a mother, especially if you're a new mother, you tend to get panic and stress about things that not necessarily is like a bad thing, but because we tend to overthink a lot, and which I think it makes things complicated. But I follow this baby whisperer on TikTok. She's this amazing lady. Like she has a lot of like experience in breastfeeding. So I watch a lot, I educate myself a lot on the breastfeeding. Like a lot of the times, like those issues we think are issues are actually just a very normal thing that happens during the breastfeeding. So I think that really helps to set my mindset as well to be really positive about every single thing or issue some people may call it. It's actually very normal. So with that mindset, plus my baby is also, I'm also very lucky because my baby is also very good in latching, so I don't have any breastfeeding issue.
Yeah, you got really lucky because some people aren't able to breastfeed.
I know that. I know that. So I am very, very lucky. And I always know that in my mind that I want to breastfeed my baby because I know how good it is to breastfeed your baby. And I just want to do everything as natural as possible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Last question. Most unexpected joy of motherhood.
Everything is, I have to say, everything from the beginning until now has been nothing but joy to me having him. He is so, I'm not being biased, but he is so adorable and he is such he is just such a good boy. Of course, like I just don't know what else to say. Like, of course, there are some challenges. There are times when he didn't sleep well, but all in all, I feel like there is really nothing major or big that makes me feel like I'm depressed. I am not ready. Like, he's just been such a good boy. Like, to me, I just feel extremely, extremely lucky to have him because every day when I look at him, I'm like, Oh my God, you're just so good to me. Like you make all this like being a mother, even like during my pregnancy, everything you make everything so wow to me. Like I don't even have to be like no or study or like do this and do that. And like I never really had the moment I feel like I am not good enough for him. He make everything just feel so easy for me to be a mother.
You got lucky. You got really
Yeah,
lucky.
every day, every single night, I am doing my gratefulness, and I'm just saying, like, I'm so thankful and grateful that I have such a good baby. He gives me nothing but just joy, and he's just so beautiful, and I love him so much.
That's so
Yeah,
cute. I'm gonna cry. That's so
yeah.
cute.
Being a mother, you tend to cry a lot easily. But yeah, but like, yeah, I just have to say I'm so lucky.
Hmm. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now on to the questions. What was the most surprising part of pregnancy or birth that no one warned you about?
Why? Like every time people will tell you how their labor experience, I try not to listen or to watch too many negative labor experience because I wanted to put my mindset that okay, I want to have a positive labor experience and I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. So I watch a lot of like positive labor experience. But when that actually happened, it came to me really shocking because I was like, oh wow, now I truly felt how a true labor contractions, which no one can actually explain it to you, you would no one will ever understand a labor contraction until you experience that yourself. And it is so intense, it's just so excruciating. I don't know how to even explain it because like it's so like I think this is the worst pain I ever felt in my life. And I just like I feel like I just went to hell and came back alive after push him out of me.
Hmm.
It was crazy. It was crazy. Like I don't think no one can ever be prepared for it. Like you can learn as much as possible through online. You can watch as many videos learning about labor experience as much as possible, but you can never be 100% prepared for that contractions when that actually happen. And also like when you are so like set in your mind that you want to have a positive labor experience and I wanted to do like natural as possible. I wanted to do everything, no epidural. I want to do giving birth in the water. I want to do everything unmedicated, but it just didn't turn out exactly as I wanted because of sometimes the interruptions is needed. So when
Hmm.
the doctor actually came to me that saying that my amniotic fluid was lower than expected, so we had to do the interruptions. I'm like, okay, I didn't expect that because I wanted everything to be as natural as possible. I thought everything would just poop by itself, So no one definitely tell me anything about that. So, and I was so focused on everything, like I just thought that everything would just go as natural as I wanted to. So I think this is something like definitely I didn't prepare for it. So when that actually happened, I was panicked for a moment. And but yeah, everything turned out to be beautiful, perfect. So I think it's good.
Yeah, you can plan as much as possible, but when it comes to the
Yeah,
birthing experience, there
yeah,
are so many random things thrown at you,
yeah.
and you just in the moment have to deal with it.
Yes, you had to like make decision right away, but I think it is important to educate yourself first
Hmm.
so that you don't just say yes to whatever they offer you. You And whenever you felt like you kind of panic at the moment, you definitely need to take a step back to like first to calm yourself, take a deep breath, and then ask yourself, because I feel like at the end of the day, mother knows best.
Hmm.
So you have to go with your instinct of what you actually felt like and with some logical sense, of course, you know. So I think like the really important is really trust your instinct, listen to your heart, and that's really important because I know that in a lot of like different country, I understand that a lot of like hospital settings are a little bit different, and how the doctors sometimes can, or the nurse can be very pushy in terms of that, like, oh, this is, you need to do this and do that. So I think it's very important for every single mother out there to be, you know, like you need to trust yourself and trust your instinct. Sometimes you may not know as much as what the doctor know, but deep deep down in yourself, you know something, and you know your baby the most. You got to make a decision based on your heart, not based on just everyone, you know, telling you what to do.
Hmm. A mother's
Yeah.
intuition is very strong.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, I like that. What's been your biggest I have no idea what I'm doing moment so far?
No, I don't think I have that moment that I have no idea what I'm doing, because honestly, I'm really proud of me and my partner. I think we've been really handling so well. At first, when we got our baby first home, we wanted to get a doula to kind of educate and help us during the first stage, because you know, like we didn't know how to handle a baby at first. But first of all, I was very lucky because he has been behaving very well, and also doing, the thing is, right, there are so many free information out there online. You can just read and watch from all these mothers and experts. So every time when I don't know what I'm supposed to do, I just go online and check, and then and I'll just try to do, I won't do exactly as how usually what I see online, but I will try a little bit here and there. Most of the time I really just listen to my intuitions and see how I feel and how baby feel. So I don't really have like a moment where I feel like I'm panicking and I don't know what to do. And I also am very lucky that I have this amazing partner that he's really hands-on in helping me as well. So I have to say my experience has been really great so far.
That's really good. That's really
Yeah.
good.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we have really, yeah, we are really lucky in terms of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's so much information out there. You can Google, YouTube,
Yes, yes.
TikTok.
I watch a lot of, yeah, I Google a lot. I watch a lot of TikTok, and I know that TikTok can be sometimes information can be really overwhelmed. So I often just go to one to two that I feel like my heart is like inclining towards. I feel like what they say make more sense. So usually I just go to that one too to look for informations, because sometimes when you listen to too many different consultants or experts, it can be really confusing because they can have like very different opinions on
Mhm.
like one thing. Like this expert can say a completely different thing and this expert can say completely different things. So you just got to listen to your heart to see which ones align with you the most, and how your baby also feel after you do the things that you know you learn from the internet.
Yeah, it's a lot of trial and error.
Yes, a lot of trial and error for sure.
Mhm. Final question. What advice would you give to mothers and fathers listening right now?
Be present, be present, because baby they they grow so fast. They really grow so fast. Like it's so important to be present with your baby and to be there for your baby as much as you can. Um, I am very privileged because I have a job that is very flexible, that everything is based on my own schedule, so I can spend as much time as possible with my baby. I understand that there are mothers and fathers out there, they need to go back to the office and work, but for the first few months of baby life, just be present,
Hmm.
interact with them because to them, you are their world. So
Hmm.
you need to be there for them. And it's just so important to have this connection with your baby. So yeah, just learn how to put aside certain things. I understand job is important, but learn how to put them aside and tell yourself that it is okay. Right now, I need to be a bit slow because I need to put my time and to be present with my baby.
Hmm. Yeah, it goes by so fast. You want to be there for the
Yes.
important moments.
Yeah, you don't want to be like work, 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 and then suddenly your baby is already, like achieving so many milestones, and you weren't even there to see it, and
Mhm.
you would regret about this, and you don't want to regret. And regret is the worst thing you can do, like to yourself.
Yeah,
So just be present and spend as much time as you can with your baby.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's all we have for today. Cheryl, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Listeners, thank you for tuning in. You've been listening to Baby Steps, sponsored by Oxford and Soho Baby. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.
You've been listening to Baby Steps, sponsored by Oxford and Soho Baby. If you're in the market for a new crib, glider, dresser, or more, we'd love for you to check out our line of furniture. Head over to oxfordbabyandkids.com or sohobaby.com. All links are within the show notes. For more information as a listener, enter the code PODCAST10 for 10% off your total purchase, plus free shipping on all orders over $799. Thanks for listening and tune into our next episode. Bye for now, and remember, every step is a step towards progress. We hope today's story gives you the confidence and the assurance that every journey is different, but we do it together.